Well, hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? In case you couldn't tell, we have better lighting tonight. I'm not so dark and mysterious and sitting here in a little dark, dank room, but I don't know how long these batteries will last, so hopefully this will work out for us pretty well, but ready here to do a live stream. So hey Coyote, hey Martin, how you doing? Hey Woodbeast, what's going on, buddy? How's everybody doing out there? Had a great day here in Marathon Day, an expensive day. Oh my gosh, was it expensive? Wow, but yeah, good day today nonetheless. So a lot of good progress made. So looks great. All right, good deal, good deal. Hey Ruthless Ronnie. So man, as you can probably tell by the movement here, we are rocking and rolling here inside the harbor tonight. Oh, just scratched my arm and I guess I was bleeding. Huh. Rock and rolling in the harbor here. Big winds, actually big winds like the next 4 days in a row. We're supposed to have big winds. So everything is, what is that? It's like there's a firefly flying around in here. That's really weird. Huh. Okay. Yep, it is chilly here. Getting colder as the evening goes on. Supposed to get down pretty low tonight. Damn. I scratched myself, I guess, and hit a gusher. Anyhow. Yeah, very cool this evening. I'm actually here in a warm shirt and long pants. It's warming up, or cooling off rather, pretty precipitously. Talking about being down in the 60s tonight. Going down into like 62 possibly. Which for down here in the Florida Keys, that's just really damn cold. So, abnormal for this area to have temperatures that low, but you know, it happens. It can happen. So sometimes here in the Florida Keys the temperatures aren't always you know, hot and what have you. So things in the cabin are a little weird this evening. I got very wet today going to town. I got very wet cleaning the dinghy and getting the dinghy ready to go to town, and then I got very wet going to town, and so I have a whole bunch of clothes hanging up inside here trying to dry my clothes out. Tomorrow's laundry day, so that's going to be nice. But progressive day today. We did get the boat registered. That was expensive. $145 to get the sailboat registered. And that was because I had a huge savings because I was able to register it as an antique. So the registration by itself was going to be $120, something like that. But because it was an antique with the original engine, I got that registered for $2.75. However, with the taxes and all the other fees and everything that Florida adds on, it still came out to $145. But it could have been as much as $280 to register the boat. So I guess I should count my chickens and say, okay, well that's not too bad, but still, 145 bucks just seemed like an awful lot of money to register a 45-year-old sailboat. But it is what it is. We are registered, titled, legal here in Florida now. So we have that taken care of. Money I was not hoping to spend quite so soon, but the Marina here required that it have a current registration, so had to get that done pretty quickly. Yeah, cheaper than I thought. It's the system. Yeah, it is a system. So. Oh man, hey Martin, medic, yeah, ABS meter. We're all right. Is that a one-time deal? Yeah, Marie, it's the bulk of that was paying the taxes on. You know, I bought the boat. Officially, I bought the boat for $1,700. You know, we started out at $2,000. I gave the guy a $300 deposit, and then he wrote out the bill of sale as if it was only the $1,700, which was the balance owed on it, which saved me a little bit of money because it's 7.5% sales tax here in Florida on registering the boat. So most of that was the sales tax that we needed to get done. So we've got that portion done. And now once I paid that, I wanted to pay it again. In fact, she was telling me it's going to be like $15 a year after this to renew the, oh, I'm sorry, no, $2.75 a year after this because it's an antique boat. Well, plus there's like a $7.50 fee, so probably about $15 a year going forward. So, yeah, a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Hey, Dave, light's much better. Yeah, I've got two of these lights going, one on either side of the iPad, and that seems to be doing a much better job. We'll see how well they last, though. They seem like they're dimming already. So, are you required to put registration? Yes, Johnny Hag. I have to go get my numbers and put those on yet. I have not done that yet. I just got it registered today. So hopefully tomorrow I may walk down to Home Depot and get that done, depending on the weather. So. Phrasing, Carl, phrasing. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, I took the dinghy to the dinghy dock and I got rained on the way there, man. So it is what it is. So the dinghy is not registered yet. I still have to do that. That's going to be like another $50 actually to do that. But funds I do not have, actually. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But we had a little technical difficulty. The receipt, the bill of sale that the guy gave me in Oriental is insufficient here in Florida because the dinghy had been originally titled here in Florida. So whoever owns the dinghy, the guy that in Oriental that sold it to me, we need to get the actual title from whoever owned it here in Florida in the first place. So we're trying to track that down, and the guy was not at work today, so I'm waiting for him to call me back tomorrow, and when he calls me tomorrow, then hopefully I'll be able to sorry, I gotta do a little folding of laundry here while I'm talking to you. So anyhow, then we got to get him to correct it and put the right information in there. He wrote me a bill of sale, and all it says is a 10-foot Avon. It doesn't have any serial numbers, year, make, model, any of that stuff. Just says a 10-foot Avon dinghy. So he needs to write me up something a little bit better than that, according to the tax assessor here in Marathon. So we're working on that. We did get registered here. I'm on a mooring ball here at Buki Harbor. Really nice facility. I actually videotaped me going over to the Marina office today. So we can take a brief look at some of the facilities. I got to go over and do a little bit better job. I want to go inside, like the bathrooms and the showers and the laundry stuff. But laundry facility right here on the grounds, which is nice, but $3 for a load of wash, $3 to dry. So that's pretty spendy, actually. A lot more expensive than what I was paying back in Port Washington, which is odd because Port Washington's a very upscale, expensive neighborhood. And the cost of doing laundry there was a fraction of what it is here. So, but I think that's more of a reflection of the cost of water here. There is a spout for me to get water, 25 cents. I'm sorry, 5 cents a gallon, 25 cents for a 5-gallon jug. Nice bathrooms, nice showers. There's storage units that we can rent. $40 for a 4-foot by 4-foot space to store stuff. If I had $40, I would do that immediately to get a whole bunch of stuff off my boat, raise the water line up some, but also give me room to do stuff on the boat. That would be nice. Can't afford that right now, but something to think about here in the near future. There's a nice rec room. There's 2 television lounges where, you know, I can go in there and turn on the TV and watch TV if I want to during the daytime. Free Wi-Fi inside the cruiser's lounge. Which I will be availing myself of to upload videos and that sort of stuff. I have a video which should be out here in the next couple of days. It's going to go to the Patreon folks first and then be out to the general public after that. So I think if you don't use the motor, you don't have to register. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Hey, Cliff. Washed and air dry on the boat. Yeah, yeah, I could, you know, look like, you know, that, but I don't know. Lots of bars, lots of places to eat. I can't afford any of them right now, Andy. But yeah, there's quite a few places right here around Buki Harbor that I can go to by dinghy. I don't need a vehicle. There's a place over here called, well, it was called Dockside. I don't know what the new name of it is yet. A friend of mine named Eric Stone used to own it. Eric didn't do very well with it. He sold it, and some other people bought it, and I think they're running it now as a restaurant bar. There's another one called Berdine's right over here, good place to eat. And then if I go to the dinghy dock, right across the street, there's a place there. I don't know, it's like the Naked Pig or something like that. It's called, I don't remember the name of it. Really good breakfast spot. I've eaten in there before when I lived here before. And then there's a couple higher end restaurants right here in the area as well. But so there's plenty of them around. So anywho, the troll idiots are starting their ridiculous childish nonsense already. Anyhow, so a good day today. We got the boat mooring paid for and situated. It's sort of odd. I got a card. I got a credit card like thing to use in the showers. The showers are free. I can go in the showers all I want, but I have to use a credit card, swipe a credit card to do that. And then they also issued me a second credit card for use of the washers and dryers, and I have to prepay for the washers and dryers. So I put $40 on the laundry card because I have to do a bunch of laundry already. I haven't done laundry in a while. So I've got a bunch backed up, and let me tell you, my sheets and blankies could use a good washing. They didn't get washed last time. I forgot them, so they need to go in and get a good washing. So, but anyhow, yeah, pretty cool marina. I'm really happy about it. Very well received by everybody here. Very friendly. So, yep, no problem with Lily. Lots of people here in the marina have dogs. A lot of dogs on board. In fact, I'll bet you on the row on this side of me and a row on that side of me and the next row over there, there's probably a dozen dogs right around here. Miss Lily listens to all these other dogs bark and bark and bark. She just sort of looks at them like, you're crazy. You know? What are you barking at? There's nothing to bark at. One thing that does kind of weird out Miss Lily, though, one row over and two rows over and one boat over, there's a parrot, and the parrot makes all kinds of noises. It sounds like a cat, it sounds like a dog, it sounds like a siren, it talks to you. And so Miss Lily, I find her up on deck sometimes looking and turning her head sideways, looking at that boat, trying to figure out what it is. So, oh, big wind. My boat's just like flying around here at the marina on the mooring ball right now. Big winds coming through, like 20 mile an hour, 22 mile an hour winds, sustained gusts up into the high 30s. And so the boat's kind of animated right now. The whole harbor here is blowing up a little bit, which is odd because this is a really well protected harbor. So not usually like this. So yeah, and the rain, Carl, they seem receptive. Yep, they seem receptive to Lily. Hi, everyone. Sounds like a lot of progress today. Yep, a lot of progress today. Yeah, lots of other cruisers are friendly here. Any groceries revision that you can walk to? Yes, there's a Publix. It's about a mile walk to the Publix, which is kind of frustrating because I could dinghy almost all the way to Publix, but you can't tie your dinghy up right there next to Publix. You have to tie up here at the dinghy dock and then walk the mile back there. It's too bad I just couldn't use my dinghy to go right there and then, just walk ashore. But the guy that owns the land right there next to Publix will not let dinghies stop there. He'd be inundated in them if he did. But the neighbors on the boat over here next to me, I don't know if you guys remember him. He used to comment on the chat. His handle was Best Ever I Had. I think was Best Ever I Had was his name on here. Anyhow, he's one boat over. He's just right over there. And he's got a car, and he's offered that if next time they go provision, they'll let me know, and I can ride with them over to get groceries. But it's only a mile, and so I've got my little yard cart, thanks to a kind donation from Mike Donegan, and so I can use that to roll down to there and get my groceries and stuff. So don't have any money for groceries at the moment, but hopefully that'll change sometime soon. So all the basic things that I need are within walking distance. There's a West Marine within walking distance. There's a Home Depot within walking distance. There's a Publix grocery store, a Walgreens. The liquor store is literally right across the street. I was really tempted to stop in there and buy some booze tonight. I didn't because I can't afford it. But yeah, lots of resources here, really close at hand. It's a really good marina from that standpoint. So love Gavin Anthony, great. Parents are cool. Hey, Palm Limit. Yes, pilot, it does actually. Hey, Frank, how you doing? After the repair at the same New York. Okay. Just say troll idiots. Yeah, I don't talk to the parrot. I haven't been invited on that boat yet. So, what about a bicycle to get to a store? Actually, Flaming Dragon, the marina here has about 6 bicycles that I can just sign out. They're free for anybody here in the marina. I just go in and I sign my name that I took bike number so and so, and I can take that bike to the store and back. I'm kind of fat and out of shape for a bike. I'm afraid I would do more damage to a bike than it would help me. Maybe when I lose weight or get in better shape. But they did have a tricycle. You know, they had one of those bicycles that's got 2 wheels in the back with the basket. So I looked at that and I thought, well, that might be cool. I could pedal that down to the grocery store. But I need to buy a bicycle chain. Oh, you know what? I have one. Not a bicycle chain, but I have a cable and a lock I could use. Yeah, I could borrow that bicycle and ride that bicycle down there, so that would be cool. What hours you're allowed to run the generator? They haven't said any hours whatsoever on the generator. I tend to not start it till after 8, and I make sure I have it shut off by 9. Generator off by 9 o'clock, and no, not starting it before 8 a.m. So. You and Frank going to hook up around the holidays? I have no idea, JoJo. I don't know. I prefer to talk to a parrot than a troll. I would too, Woodbeast. I would too. So we call those granny bikes. Well, they're fine for grampy bikes too then. Certainly more intelligent. Yeah, they would be, wouldn't they, Pilot? Yep. How long since you pedal a 10-speed? Sure, no install. Oh, boat roller. My gosh, 10-speed. No, actually, not that long ago. When I was, well, I mean, yeah, when I was in Montana, I had a bicycle. When I was up in Alaska, I almost bought a fat tire bike. I thought about buying a fat tire bike. I didn't. In Alaska, they have these bicycles with really big round tires for riding on snow. For pedaling on snow. But, you know, I guess it's been about a decade since I've ridden a bicycle. So, yeah, too long. Too long. So, JoJo, I'm probably going to spend Christmas here on the boat by myself. Unfortunately, that looks like it's just going to be a reality. So, okay, my friend has a 6-foot parrot. It says, probably wants to crack her now, and a young man. Peter North here, old porn star, great stream. Okay. All right. Yep, and he was cool. So, yep, okay, thanks, Pilot. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, at least they're getting creative now. You know, at least that's something interesting. So, I don't know. So anyhow, good day today. I had to kind of laugh. I'll tell you a story about myself. I kind of screwed up today. I got all my stuff organized, and you know that I needed. I had to have the boat title and the dinghy title and my paperwork and my wallet and my phone and all the stuff. I gathered all these things up and I put them inside of a bag. I put everything inside of plastic Ziploc bags. I put everything inside Ziploc bags, and then they go inside of another like shopping bag thing that I have, and that's my going to town bag. I can carry it easily, and it stores a lot of stuff. There's a spot on my dinghy where there's a seat that's dry inside, or a raised area that's dry inside. That's where I keep my anchor and stuff. But I just throw the bag right on top of that. It's right up in the bow of the boat, and it stays dry. It doesn't get wet there. So I left, and I got almost all the way over to the marina by dinghy, and just as I'm getting ready to shut the motor off to tie up to the dock, I remembered I forgot my wallet on the boat. So I had to turn around and come back and get my wallet. Just as I made the turn to turn around and come back here, the rain opened up. It soaked me, absolutely soaked me on the way back over here to the boat to get my wallet. Got my wallet, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the other bag, and then went back over. But all day today I was walking around just absolutely soaking wet. When I was at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles waiting on the title work there, they had me sit in a chair, and I felt bad because when I got up out of the chair, you could clearly see the wet mark from where I had been sitting. I wanted to put a string across there saying, wet, so the next person just doesn't walk over and sit in it, and get their butt all wet too. But yeah, I was thoroughly soaked walking around there for a while. Let's see, you can probably eat better for weight loss now that you're not moving every day. Yes, BS meter, absolutely. Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to better regulate my food. Plus, I'm not going every day, so I can get more exercise. Doing a lot of walking around here in Marathon, that's fine with me. Getting some swimming in, I'm looking forward to all that kind of stuff. So, Jojo, I am sure there's going to be some sort of a cruiser's Christmas party here. This is a very active partying community. A lot of mostly liveaboards. Almost, actually, every boat here inside the marina on the mooring ball, you have to live on the boat. You can't have what they call wet storage. You can't rent the mooring ball and leave your boat here and just leave. You have to live on your boat to be here in this marina. So, very active community. In fact, every morning they have a net, on the VHF. Everybody talks about what's going on and plans and whatever. So yeah, I would be shocked if they did not have some sort of Christmas party going on. So, Max Air, welcome to Florida. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Although I've been in Florida for a while, but yes, now I'm in Marathon. So, alrighty then. Okay. All right. So that's everything. I did have to laugh about one thing. I don't want to. Oh man. Sorry. Gotta move things around here a minute. I just realized I didn't have my my iPad plugged in, and if I don't plug it in, we're going to lose battery here very, very quickly. Hold on a second. Got to do a little organization. There we go. Okay. I had to kind of laugh about one thing, and I just wanted to kind of bring this up briefly. All of this nonsense, and I'm really kind of addressing this to a few specific people here who've always been very, advising me to be very cautious because of all the troll idiots and stuff. Well, all the troll idiots were talking about, oh, well, when you get to Marathon, you're going to get it, and we're going to get you, and whatever. Okay. So I spoke to the dock master here, the harbor master, and he said only one person had sent him any kind of email message or anything, and he discounted it completely because the guy didn't sign it with a real name. It was a fictitious thing, and so he just ignored it. Because I asked him today, I said, so how many of my troll idiots had contacted you and warned you that I was coming into the harbor? And he said, oh, just one. Just one. So for all of that bravado and nonsense and, oh, TikTok and we're going to get you, it all amounted to absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people here could care less. As he put it, he doesn't even know what YouTube is. He could care less about YouTube. So he didn't care what any of those idiots had to say. So I thought that was pretty funny. But so all of this, you know, big warning and whatever nonsense and all the hype that's typical with the troll idiots amounted to absolutely nothing. So with that said, though, let's move on and not make this all about trolls. I just wanted to share that became sort of a non-event here. Absolutely a non-event. So, okay. How about we try to go to the rest of the live stream without talking about trolls? Yeah, I just said that. There you go. Hey, Jared, what's up, man? Okay. Oh, just okay. What? What do you want? I'm live streaming here. Go lay down. Go on. I know I got stuff in your way. Go up there. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. There you go. No. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good girl. I have the cabin kind of tore up right now with all my office stuff out and around. And Miss Lily's not happy that I've got a box of paper and envelopes where she likes to sleep. So she's a little upset with me, and it makes it hard for her to jump up on the couch with all that stuff in the way. But it is. Anyhow, with that said, yeah, so I'm really jazzed to be here. Great community, very warm welcome from everybody here. I've had a number of people offer to give me rides to go do provisioning and that kind of stuff. One thing I do have to get done almost immediately here. In fact, I have a week. I was told I have a week. I have to get a working head. So I have all of the components to get the head working, except for the deck fitting, the through-hole deck fitting. So tomorrow during the net, I'm going to make an announcement, see if anybody has one here or use one for sale, to see if I can get one from somebody. If not, West Marine sells one for 20 bucks. I just don't know if they have it in stock. I only have a week to get this done, so I'm going to have to get whatever they have in stock. The stainless steel ones they have are $109. I can't afford that. But the other one is 20 bucks. I can't afford that really, but I have no choice. I have to get that hooked up and stop using my bucket while here. They want me to have a pump out. They have a free pump out service. They come by once a week, and so I have to get that installed. So, I think he's close, isn't he? No, Frank is not close. Harder from me. What are the exercise areas for the dogs? Marie, there's a big sports complex not too far from here, where I can walk Miss Lily. Of course, you know, you got to pick up everywhere here, which is fine. But there's lots of places for us to walk and take. Enables today. I didn't think that went above 70 today. Wow. Yeah. Yep. I will install it while in the water. Yeah. There's already a through hole installed with a valve on it. So there already is a through hole. The boat had a head in at one time before. So I just have to, you know, put everything back the way it was. That's all. But with this other head that was given to me, they must not have liked watching the bucket method. Yeah, they just. So the thing of it is that is acceptable by Coast Guard standards, but not here in this marina. This marina says you have to have a pump out service. So. Yeah, composting heads are another thing you're not supposed to have here. You're supposed to have a you know, a regular system. So that's all right. I have the head. I've been meaning to get it installed. I just haven't taken the time to do that now. So now that'll be a priority. We'll get that in. So no, it's not going to be a big. It's not going. I'll bet you I'll have it done in a day. It'll be a one-day install. So. But yeah, I agree with you, BS Meter. There's got to be people here with composting heads. So how is it they can have a composting head and I can't use my bucket? I don't know. You know? Maybe a bit of a double standard. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I've been meaning to get. I want to get that head installed anyway because it's in the cockpit and I want to get it out of the cockpit. So Yeah, Johnny Hag, actually, when Dave Marshall gave me the head, he gave me all the plumbing lines and everything. Supply line, the inch and a half line going out, all the plumbing. He gave me all the plumbing clamps. I believe I have everything I need, but the actual through the deck fitting that I have to buy. So, and yep, it'll have all new plumbing lines. So that is motorized. No, it's not motorized. So, come visit. You can bring you whatever you need. Just let me know before we come over to see you. Okay, Frank. Well, I don't know if you're going to come over that soon. I need it quick, so. Have you considered looking into boat brokering? Yeah, Palm Limit, being a boat broker actually requires the same level of licensing and training and all that of selling real estate. So I'm better off just sell real estate. So the Smoky Sailor, the head that I have from Dave Marshall actually is a self-contained head. It has its own tank right into it. It's built into it. So I'll be using that built. So. Probably the same commission. Yeah, but it's requirements, and I'm already licensed as a real estate broker, so why go through the hassle of being licensed as a boat broker? It would take too much time, effort, and energy. So why wasn't there already a through deck? You know, Johnny Hag, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. There was never a through deck fitting on the boat. There's no spot where there's none there, nor was there any evidence of one having ever been there. So, be nice request. Okay. Small tank will last a week between pump outs. I don't know, Smoky Sailor, if it's going to last a week or not. It's about 8 or 10 gallon tank, so probably would. I mean, it's just me on board the boat. It's not like I have a whole big crew in here, so. Did I fix my cup today? All right. 70 is warm. It's only -7. Yeah, 70 is not warm in Southern California or Southern Florida. So, thanks, Frank. Yeah, talking about PayPal, guys. Being hit with a lot of unexpected expenses. I really am. This having to get the boat registered immediately is not something I anticipated doing right now. Having to get this septic system installed, getting all that done immediately is not something I expected to hit right now. So it's putting me in a real problem. You know, originally I was setting my budget. I figured I had enough money I could probably pick up a week's worth of provisions. I can't do that now. So whatever food we have on board is all we've got for a while. So we really need some funds. If anybody's willing to contribute, seriously need some money right now. It's getting very bleak. So 8, no rules for Lily. You know, dogs are not they're not in any rules. So what I do is I pick up her poop and bag it and throw it in the garbage, like, you know, just like I was doing everything else. But apparently it's okay to do that with dog waste, but not human waste. So go figure. Okay. So anyhow, yeah, good day. Good day. So sign Carl Jersey. Yeah, not much luck doing that. I don't have that many clothes, guys. I really don't. I mean, like I'm just delete this too. Okay. How about we just delete you then? Since you want to have an attitude, goodbye. No problem. That's not hard to deal with. No. People will never learn. People will never learn. Anywho, guys, so I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of jazzed. I will have a video coming out, and I will show you guys me and the dinghy motoring along. My little 3.3 horsepower moves that dinghy just fine. In fact, there's wake rules here where I've got to go really slow and not throw a wake. So I can barely get into the throttle on my little 3.3 horsepower outboard. If I try to bring it up to half throttle, the dinghy's going too fast and I'm throwing a wake and I get in trouble. I would get in trouble for that. So my little 3.3 horsepower outboard is more power than what I need here in this area. Now, there's no current really in here. Hardly anything in the way of tidal change here. So it's not really an issue in that regard. Even today, you know, but today I was out with 20-mile-an-hour winds, and my little 3.3 at a quarter throttle was plenty to move my little dinghy forward and take me over there and back. So, you know, it's not lightning fast. I'm not getting up on a plane with it or anything like that, but it moves me around just fine. So, just fine. Someone get exactly what you wish for. Yep. Happy, nice to see you back. I am upbeat and happy. Thanks, man. I'm thrilled to be here and getting going. So today I actually mailed out my first mailer that I did here locally, following up on a bunch of expired listings. Right here at the Marina, there's a mail service. In fact, I have an address once again. For the first time now in 7 months, I have a mailing address here in Florida. So, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that. In fact, I have to change all my envelopes on my real estate business over to the new return address, so I can mail stuff from here. But yeah, I take envelopes just right here to the. I don't even have to walk to the post office. So, well, I probably will have to walk to the post office to buy stamps. I will have to do that. But other than that, yeah, I can just drop the letters off right here. So, pretty cool. It would make some nice content if you could record installation of the head. Johnny Haig, I'm recording some of that, absolutely, yep. So, hostility towards viewers will turn off potential contributors' need. Winston, no, point, those people that are the contributors, they know. You know, they know. New contributor just the other day. I mean, a fairly substantial contributor just the other day. Name I'd never heard of before. Person I've never commented, never said a word on here. I had no idea who he was. But you know, bam. You know, on PayPal there was a large donation. So, you know, so. But I think those people that are going to donate are not the kind of people that are going to get on here and say crap that would get them booted. So. Those tend to be two different people. So no, Winston, I don't intend. So yeah, I'm not giving out my. It's not going to be that big a deal for people to figure it out. But I have no idea who Ghost Wolf is. So hey Jojo, not a problem. I realize you're 60 miles away, but if you go to the Keys live to do karaoke, can't wait to see that. Yeah, Palm Limit. Not until after I get some income coming in and can afford to get a vehicle. That's not my priority right now. So I do not have anything in the bank now. Guys, up until today, actually up to including today, every single penny that's come in has been spent on boat repairs, fuel, provisions, you know, all the expenses of getting here. So. We had a nice live stream the other day. People donated pretty good, but today I had to go register the boat. I had to pay for the mooring ball, and that just wiped all that out immediately. So, you know, I mean, seriously, when I tell you I don't have enough money to go buy groceries this week, I don't have enough money to go buy groceries this week. So it's pretty bleak at the moment. So. Nestor told me you're related. Are you in a camper van? Nope, not in a camper van. Seems to be easy to offend you or the mod. Just trying to figure out game rules. Thanks in advance for the insight. Yep. I missed it if you have Wi-Fi. I have a cellular service, but right now my cell service is maxed out, actually. I use my cell phone. I hot link my laptop through my cell phone. But even though I have unlimited internet, my unlimited internet was really limited to 22 gigabytes. And I usually exceed 22 gigabytes in, you know, well, 10, 12 days into the month. I'm usually, you know, through all that. So, yeah. Lily a bag of food. Miss Lily's good for a month. She is not going to have a problem. And you know, Miss Marie, to be honest with you, even if I ran out of dog food with Miss Lily, I could feed her almost a complete diet of dog treats for the next month. So many people donated dog treats to her back when I was in Sandusky. So I know they're getting dated now. They're 6, 7 months old. But that give you an idea how many people donated? I mean, I literally have a laundry basket full of dog treats for her. I can only give her just so many in a given day without her getting sick on it. So, best empty the food on board and start over. Yeah, well, that won't take very long. There's just not much left on. So, hey, Tom Travis, how you doing, man? Good to see you here. Hey, Joe. The rest are the mods. Can you not see the problem with these? Nope. Yep, they throttled down my internet. Absolutely. Yep. Wi-Fi in the Marina will help you upload. Yes. Yes, Maria will. I'll be able to use their Wi-Fi to upload stuff. Problem is they close over there at 5:30, so I cannot do my evening live stream from there. But I can go over there during the day and upload stuff. Although tomorrow I'm hoping to go to Publix. I want to pick up some 2-gallon size Ziploc bags. And the reason why I want the 2-gallon size is I can fit my laptop inside the Ziploc bag as a means of waterproofing it somewhat for transport on the dinghy. The stuff sack that I have for it, the supposedly waterproof stuff sack, is not waterproof. I tested it today and the air just bleeds right through it. So yeah, she's got tennis balls and chew toys and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, when you bought the boat, you paid $2 grand for the boat and $1 grand for the generator and prepping boat. You sold truck for $10 grand. You stated at least 7. Yeah. No, Sea Lion. You know, once again, you guys hear only part of the story. I did not end up netting that much money. I had other bills and things I had to take care of, so I'm afraid your numbers certainly just don't work. Because they have a way of heavy hand and upsets people. Yeah, Joe, they don't have a heavy hand. I'm sorry if you have that perspective. My mods do a great job of protecting me from all the troll idiots out there and are constantly vigilant people that are possible trolls. So, and surprisingly, they're not hard to deal with or find out. They can identify them pretty readily. So, it's better for everyone that way. Yep, there you go. Let's just ignore that stuff and move on. My trolls do a fine job. So, anyhow, kids, so I'm kind of excited. I'm really happy with where I'm at. I've got good neighbors right around me. The Marina's been really receptive and friendly. The town's been receptive and friendly. I mean, I actually went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, walked in, and walked right up to a counter and was able to talk to a lady. Now, let me tell you something, friends. When I lived in New York, going to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles was like a 3-day event, trying to get there and get in line to, if you could find what was the right line to get into, and spend 4 hours standing in line to get yourself yelled at by a woman behind the counter telling you you're on the wrong line or don't have the right form. So it was real pleasure going to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles here, being able to walk right up and have the lady help me immediately. So we do have to get some paperwork on the dinghy straightened out, but the sailboat was all in good shape. So welcome. Yep. Whoa. The boat's actually leaning over, guys. The wind's blowing that hard. Even though I'm bow up into the wind, the boat's still rocking back and forth pretty good. So, will be because toilets were flushed to the sea. Well, that's true, Ape. You're right. You're absolutely correct. When this boat was built, they just flushed them right to the sea. They didn't have a pump out system. So, it seems like I have stumbled on a soap opera. What gives? Okay. Can your neighbors next to you loan you some funds? Ape, I'm not going to borrow money from people. I'm not going to borrow money from strangers next to me here in the marina. That's not cool. Agreed 99% of the time. Yep, that's right, Pilot. I can see what was deleted, and 99% of the time I agree. There's occasionally one that I don't agree with, but 99% of the time. And even then, some of the times I've disagreed, I've been admonished later on that because I don't do the homework that my mods do. I don't get on some of the other channels and watch what's going on and see who's who and who's saying what. There's some people on here tonight commenting that, you know, frankly have been pretty vocal and negative on some of the Troll Idiot channels. My mods would like to bump them from here, but as long as they behave themselves on my channel, I leave them alone. So, how hard to change your driver's license, Marie? I just have to go down and find out. I don't know yet. I probably have to just take a written test again, I would imagine. You know, you've already thought of this, the bank make us all. No. After going through my divorce and all that, I can't go to a bank loan. So, GBU yet? Nope, haven't. They're in Boot Key also. Yeah, there's a lot of boats in Boot Key Harbor, man. Winston, donate 2,000 and I'll delete myself. Oh man. Cool. I'm going to visit. It's called North Sentinel. Okay. I like the direction the channel is going. It's more interesting than I thought it would be. A lot more fun. Now you're a marathon. I cannot believe how much you got done today. Cheers. Well, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy. And I really appreciate you having given me that dinghy, Dave, because it's going to come in real handy this week. It's finally going to get installed this week. So I get a toilet seat for it. The toilet seat on it got busted up, but the rest of it's doing just fine. So yeah, the curtains are moving. The whole boat's moving, guys. I mean, the boat's just rocking back and forth. If you see me doing this, I'm not doing it, you know, because I'm praying or something. I'm doing it because the boat's rocking back and forth that much. So that's why you see my head bouncing around, why I'm getting closer and further. I'm actually supporting myself here on the table and keeping myself pushed back in the seat. That's why you see me scoot back every so often. The rocking of the boat's having me slide off the seat here a little bit. That's how windy it is here in the marina at the moment. So, no. Yeah, Farms Club Atlantic, yeah. Yeah, Joe, I batteries in my two lights, and I finagled with them and got them working fine. So that's what we're using at the moment. So, oh man, okay. I'm thirsty tonight, man. I'm getting seasick watching the rocking. Yeah, it's kind of animated this evening. It is fairly animated this evening. I mean, it's not too bad. I still have frying pan sitting up on the stove, and it's not falling off the stove yet. So, you know, things aren't falling over or that kind. It's not that bad, but it is animated. It is rocking. Everything in here is moving. You guys can't see it, but I've got items hanging from the rods up there like a drying rack, and so all the clothes in here are swaying back and forth as they're trying to dry off. So, yeah, it's kind of animated in here, but it's not bad. It's not bad. So, oh man, yep, I am a real estate broker. Just this here today was the first day I got my first mailer out since I got here. So, dinner tonight, I had ham and cheese sandwich. I had a ham and cheese sandwich with beef. That's what dinner was for tonight. Ham and cheese sandwich. So, yeah. Well, if my boat's rocking, it's nothing going on. Just me on the boat. So, how much you need to catch up with your needs, Bill? Oh man. I mean, in all honesty, right now, I need about $500 actually to get current with everything. To get the install finished on the septic system, to get some provisions on the boat. So I'm stocked up for a little bit. I got to buy fuel for the dinghy and for the generator. That's my big expense right now, is the marina here and keeping the generator going so I have power. And I need to buy some stamps. I have to buy stamps very soon. So, okay, whoops. So while we've been talking here, I got a donation. So, hey, Steve, thank you very much, Steve. Steve, thank you, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Steve. I'm not going to say last name. You know who you are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. And apparently I got a bunch of new subscribers coming in. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that, man. That was nice. So, when do you get to check out the real estate website? I'm working on that. This week we'll have something together. Nice potted meat casserole. I don't have an oven. I have no way of cooking a casserole. I forget what her name is. Yep, the dog's name's Lily, same as the boat. She's fine. You can buy stamps at Publix. Actually, Barry, I have to walk past the post office to get the Publix. So I might as well just stop at the post office and pick them up there. I have to walk right past the post office to go to the grocery store. So, when do we get? Okay, I'm frying ham and egg. That wouldn't be bad. That would be good, actually. Huh? I just had some ham luncheon meat and some cheddar cheese, sliced cheddar cheese. I put that on some white bread with a little mayo. You say the harbor master said it was okay to throw the dog waste into the water. We don't throw the dog waste into the water. We throw the dog waste into it, and then that gets hauled to the garbage. So, shut the curtains. It's captain's order. Okay. Carl, you need web space. Yeah, Woodbeast. I have, carlbrook.com. My website, carlbrook.com, which has been set up pretty much right now for my YouTube channel. That over to become more of a real estate channel, I think. So, nope, no one's peeking in my window. Here, does that bother you? I'll close that, guys. There you go. Now you don't have to worry about any of the neighbors looking in. Oh, man. We can get a job at Publix. Yeah, maybe. I have a job. Talking about closing the windows reminded me of an interesting story. I don't know if Johanna is watching this or not, but even Johanna will relate to you. I used to own a very nice house in Ohio on 280 acres. Messed that up. I divorced my first wife, married my second wife, and sold the farm. I never should have done that, but anyhow, my first wife's mother came to visit us one time. Now, 280 acres with a house in the middle of it. There's no other houses around anywhere that can look inside our windows. If anybody could look inside my windows, they were on my property. They had to have been on the property to be able to see the windows. And so we had great big wide open windows, and we just left them open. Now, we did have blinds and stuff, but we just never used them. I had to laugh when Johanna's mom would come visit. She insisted that we closed all the blinds. Had to close all the blinds so that nobody could look inside. I'm like, who's going to look inside? The only thing out there is deer, raccoons, a squirrel, maybe a bird, you know. There's nothing out there. There's no people out in the woods that are going to be looking inside. But, you know, she was brought up in Brooklyn, you know, and that's what you do in Brooklyn. You close all the windows so nobody can look inside. So, yeah, that was nice. I bought every day for having sold that farm, so. Okay. Yeah, Super Chat is just not effective. They take a very large percentage of it, and I don't see that money for like a month and a half. So, yeah, you've owned some big properties. I have, Bill, and I will again, Bill, and I will again. So, trolls will peek through it. Yeah, good luck with that. They have to get pretty wet. So, it's like money. Okay. I didn't see, is Johanna here? I didn't see the Johanna. Hello. Oh, Johanna, how you doing? Telling stories on your mom. You remember that. You laughed about it too at the time. So, they're going to give you some time to register the dink and not bus going back and forth. Dave, no. The dinghy, I told him the guy's supposed to get back to me tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get the dinghy stuff sorted out here pretty quickly. But I only have well, they haven't set a time limit on that. I do have a time limit on installing the head, though. I have to have the head installed within a week. Have to have it within a week. So I have to buy that fitting to go through the deck And then I pretty much think you gave me everything else. I did have one question for you though, Dave. Would I be able to hook that thing up without pressurized water, or does it have to have pressurized water? Can that just be hooked up directly to a through hole and then use the foot pump to cycle the water? Or do I have to hook it up to the pressurized water system? I was going to actually private message you, but since you're on here, it's just easier for me to ask you right now. So, all those properties, and you didn't get equity out of any of them. Oh, we got equity out of all of them at one point or another, but that was a long time ago. Smoky Sailor, I'm 60 years old. I've lived a life, you know. It just didn't happen yesterday. Johanna, did you leave your ex-wife with the farm? Nope. Nope. Obviously, I sold the farm, so that was what you must have been having. Bill, it was very nice. It really was. 280 acres. I had caves on the property. We developed that into a guided cave tour. So I would get schools and scout groups and stuff coming in. I started a horseback riding stable. I built vacation cabins that I had 2 rental cabins that I was renting out. So yeah, built a big resort. Took me 7 years to build that up. Had a nice big resort, and I screwed it all up. So live and learn. What a dinghy was then. Yeah, a dinghy, a small boat we used to get back and forth around places. So, what does registering a boat like? The same as a car? Yep, just like the same as a car. So, how far away is it to the Wi-Fi from your boat? Oh, just about a 5-10 minute dinghy ride. Not very far at all. So, use fresh water, not salt water. Cabin will smell like an outhouse in no time at all. Yeah, Patriot Katie, I could do that, but it's really not convenient to finish, which is why I was kind of hoping to plumb it in salt water, but that may be something we have to look at. So, remarried, second wife wanted something else. So, and trying to support my new wife that I had at the time and her daughter, we sold the family farm so we could relocate to Montana, which is where she wanted to live. And, you know, guys, it was just a mistake from day one. In retrospect, 20 years now looking back, because that was 20 years ago, looking back, you know, the second wife only wanted to burn through all the money of fun, and, you know, the farm in Ohio was work, and she just didn't like the idea of working, apparently. So, first, as soon as we pissed through all the money and spent everything that I had, and that we earned, you know, then of course she left. So, dinghy's working just fine. Yeah, I've been on land today. It was fine. I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles and registered, got the mooring ball situated, all taken care of. Yep, did a lot of errands today. Took the trash ashore. Yep, could have been a wealthy man today, probably. Yeah, right. You were thinking with your little, yeah, that's exactly right, Bob. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. And every time us men do that, we get in trouble. So, it was a mistake. You know, it was a mistake. I had my head turned by a girl. You know, she was a cute looking girl in really good shape, 17 years younger than me. You know, so I bought into all that nonsense, and it was a mistake. So, pick up the pieces, move on with life. That's all you can do. We all make that. Appreciate that. Pressurized water, but you just pour in water from a jug when you step on the pedal. Work with pressurized water, but you just pour in water from a jug when you step on the pedal. Okay. All right. Well, so I don't have to use pressurized water. I can just pour water in the top. Is that what you're saying? Or do I have to have pressurized water in addition to the jug? Divorce, I pretty much walked away with just the dog. Actually, I bought the dog after we separated. So, but yeah, I had the dog in my truck and what I could fit in my truck, and that was about it. Okay. What did you live in Montana? Jojo, I had 20 acres overlooking the Yellowstone River with a house I built myself, about 5,000 square foot house, overlooking the Yellowstone River. Really nice place in Montana. Wasn't when I got there, it was just vacant land when I bought it, but I built a nice house and garage, and so, yeah, it was a shack. Yeah, right. It was a shack. No, it was a nice house in Montana, so. Chemical toilet like in small campers. No, no, no. Montana is beautiful. It really is. I really, you know, I would consider going back to Montana. I kind of like Montana. A little cold, yes, pouring water. Okay, cool. Thanks, David. That's easy then. That's really easy to deal with. The problem I didn't like about Montana is the wind. The wind in Montana was just insane, insane. It was so windy there in Livingston, Montana, a railroad car got blown off the railroad tracks. Let that sink in. A railroad car got blown off the railroad tracks because of high winds. That's smoking winds, guys. They would constantly be shutting off the highway, keeping all the commercial trucks off the highway because the wind would blow the commercial trucks over all the time. So. Always looking forward, man. Thank you. Snowing in Virginia. Oh, better you than me, Steve. Myself, I know how you feel. Only cost me 3 homes, 3 restaurants, and a construction company. Not to mention my favorite mahogany sailboat. Yeah, Coyote, I know what you're talking about, man. Hey, Clint, how you doing? Yeah, she's fine. Where is she? She's here right next to me. Out cold, sleeping as usual. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Coyote. You need to give up on women. Yeah, contract the next one. I had to laugh. The lady at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles says she has the best cure for a divorce. And she built it up. She had this whole big thing she was talking about, and, this great big cure that she had for divorce. And basically her cure for divorce is don't get married. I'm all for not getting married, but living by yourself stuff does suck. So, you can watch your dog run away for 3 days. Yeah, Pilot, not in the part where I was. I was in an area known as Paradise Valley, just south of Livingston, Montana, just north of Yellowstone National Park, overlooking the Yellowstone River. I was in the Rockies. I was in the hill country. It was not at all flat, but we used to drive to eastern Montana to go hunt antelope and hunt turkey and stuff. And yeah, eastern antelope, or we would hunt antelope. East Montana, we hunt antelope. Man, you could get a big old flat shooting rifle and shoot an antelope 2 miles away. So long range shooting there. But man, I tell you what, there ain't nothing better than an antelope sage stew. So. Frank Daniels. Carl, read my comment posted at 20. Oh, man. Frank, I don't have, on my phone, I don't have the time stamps on here. I don't know what your comment was. Oh, okay. About the Wi-Fi, is that what you were talking about? Yeah, I did see that. So, I just didn't comment on it. So, anyhow. Yeah, Woodbeast, you can set the chat so you can see a timestamp, so you can see what time the comment was made. You can toggle that on and off on your device, probably. I've seen for a long time. Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. He's working hard, and they're fine. So, yeah, he may not comment. They watch, but they may not comment very much. So, that Navy gentleman, oversized mask, manager, fastback. Cool. So, well, anyhow, kids, listen, we've gone ahead and shot through a whole nother hour here. Once again, I'm going to ask folks if you can contribute. Really desperately need some funds right now. I'm being hammered with a whole lot of expenses that I was not anticipating. I mean, like, today it was $380 to pay for the mooring ball and to put $40 on the card for my laundry. That I was expecting, but $145 to register the boat I was not expecting. And now I got to do this install on the head. That I was not expecting. What little money I thought I had for buying some provisions is gone. So if you guys could help out, man, I really could use some funds. I do have a video coming out, so hopefully it'll be coming out pretty soon. And then, of course, I'd like to put 44 bucks together so I can get a fishing license. That way I can do some fishing and stuff. So I was fishing for jumbo shrimp. Yeah, I would love to be able to do some shrimping, but I got to get a license before I can do that. So they're hiring for a greeter at Mill Fisher's Museum. Yeah, Bill, that's too far from me. I would have no way of getting there. That would be a good job to do, but I have no way of getting there. That's all the way. Oh yeah, pilot, that didn't need to be deleted. I'm sorry, Bill, that didn't need to be deleted. So, yeah, I like Mel Fisher's dive museum. It's pretty cool, but I have no way of getting there, man. So, and any job that I take has got to be something where I can have the dog with me. I can't leave Miss Lily alone here on the. I mean, today it was not bad. It was, you know, we were at a high of 77 degrees. It wasn't that hot today, so she could stay on the boat. Tomorrow, again, it's going to be nice and cool. But other than that, yep, I saw that. I saw that. So, yep, I know you didn't delete him. You just deleted the message and not him. So, anyhow, kids, if you can help out, that's great. If you can't, I understand, but really need some funds right now. So, we will have more for you tomorrow, kids. Hopefully, I'll work on getting a video out here pretty soon. See if I can get that out to the patrons anyway and start getting some content, some real content coming. Now that I'm filming and can edit it. So, anyhow, guys, be good, be careful, take good care of each other. Remember, in the description down below, there's links to the PayPal. If you could help with the adventure, we certainly appreciate it. With that said, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Good night.